Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just a glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. That presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm. Have it dogs. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss to death. Forever take your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Kiss to death. Forever take your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I mean. Product, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? Your warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my? On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York with a pitchfork.
Addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my pants, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money, I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow, that's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money, I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. play fake here on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Leonard Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, McMahon. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And give them a gain of 37.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. McMahon under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And it's taken in at the 9. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Wilson on 1st down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
second down. Wilson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Wilson. This throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And his kick is good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. McMahon. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man is Westbrook. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left-sided, he's got a man. That's Curtis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Williams. There he goes inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McMahon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. McMahon, flush to his right. He can run, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 87 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McMahon. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back to throw. McMahon, and he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check, Patriot, Patriot.
Off play action. McMahon. And an alley to run. Finds a seam inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McMahon escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Davis. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Off the play fake. McMahon. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, McMahon. Flushed out right. He may try to throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. On 1st down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Wilson. Sharks got it, left side. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll run it here. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, tempo. Going left. Hey, alert 3.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie, as the Jags come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Completes it to Lee. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Now it's Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, McMahon toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Off play action. McMahon. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. McMahon. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. McMahon, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have it first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Take down, 81.
Throwing on 1st down. McMahon, he's airing it out for Williams. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out. Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He sets to fire, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 72 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Got two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing to start the drive. McMahon, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. McMahon, they'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And that one results in 35 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Lambo on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On first down, McMahon. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw on second down, McMahon will get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMahon. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The outcome of this one, Well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
This is caught inside the 15. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. They give them a gain of 38. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun, McMahon dancing to his left. Now this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And now out come the Jags. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 58 yards.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. McMahon, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14.
Now let's go.
Operating from the gun. McMahon steps away to his left. Now the ball comes loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he'll be taken down inside the 15. And to make matters worse, a flag is down as well.
Detroit!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Jaguars, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.